If they win here, do you think it's done?
I do. I think this is it. This is the match today. I think if you look at the two games, Burnley at home, Crystal Palace away with a few days before a cup final or after a cup final.
No, they played
the cup
before,
final.
so they may well rest players for that final.
That's what I'm saying. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. But what is difficult today, as we all know, playing Upton Park or playing here is difficult. West Ham are fighting for their lives, so it doesn't make it any easier. But the form that they're in, the confidence, they will come here and start to believe it, you know, and they've had a really good week. And the fact of what happened on Monday night, when I'm sure they were watching that Everton game, hoping, you know, they go 1-0 down, thinking, right, who knows, might happen here. And all of a sudden, the fact that it finished with a draw, I still think what it's done is given Arsenal the impetus to know we win 3 games, we win the title. Because before that, if they'd have won 3 games, that still might not have been good enough because of obviously goal difference. So they have got an incredible opportunity now. And like Wrighty says, I think with the confidence and the squad and everything that's going their way, I just think they're going to do it now.
Mikel, if you were a script writer in Hollywood and you want to write a script about Arsenal winning the league after 22 years, you wouldn't have chosen a better script than what happened today. The question is, how was your heart rate following that writing on the pitch?
Well, everybody's telling me that I should wear one of those watches. I don't want to do it because I know what it's going to show. It was a roller coaster of emotion. It's been like this all week because it's been a big week for all of us. We had a really tough game against a team that is playing for relegation. That they have an incredible necessity to get points, and we try till the end. We make changes. We throw everything that we had to try to make it happen. Martin created an unbelievable moment with Leo to score the goal. David appeared in the right moment to save us in that individual action. And then it is a moment as well that sometimes when I've been critical with the referees or doubting about the consistency today, I think they took a decision that it was really brave because it wasn't easy, but it was really brave, at least to the point that it had to be checked. And it gave the opportunity to the VAR, to the referee again, in all the chaos, to look at the action with more clarity. And when you look at it with clarity, I think it's very clear that it's a foul and it's the right decision. So thank you.
You can understand that West Ham are aggrieved by this decision, and they are saying if it's clear and obvious why it took 5 minutes, but because of the magnitude of this game or what's at stake, you understand why it took so long.
Well, I don't know, because I think when you look in the camera, it's very obvious, it's clear. David has the ball in his hands almost, and the hand is going almost in his throat. He doesn't allow him to catch the ball, and we've been told from the beginning that is a foul. So I'm glad that he's made that decision, and in my opinion, it's very clear that it is a foul.
And David Raya already is the best keeper. He was most clean sheets. I can see that your initial reaction is to go to hug him, because that moment in the game was 0-0. Was very crucial.
Big moment, because we didn't concede anything. It was only the only action that they had, and suddenly the player is 1-against-1 with him, and what he's done today. I mean, if you want to win big things, there are moments, and that is a big moment.
Pressure, emotion, tension, joy, like you've just felt.
I think this is one of the toughest ones in general. Obviously, when we scored that goal, was a lot of joy, but then we had to dig in at the end to not concede, and obviously with that penalty incident, with the goal, I mean, we're just happy that we won.
So in those, I don't actually know how long it was as we speak, but in those moments where you think they've equalised, what are the emotions? Do you feel like it's all gone, basically?
To be fair, David said straight away it has to be 100% no goal. So I had a lot of faith at that moment and belief, because he was pretty convincing. But you never know, obviously. And then you're thinking, it's not going our way. But luckily it was a foul, and we won the game.
Yeah. When you see the ref then make the square, I guess it's a whole new set of emotions.
Yeah, it's again relief at that point, because it's not long to go, and you have to still dig in for a couple of minutes. So we're just really happy with this one.
Listen, you got the goal, and again, I just said to you as you walked in, it was a real sort of guttural roar when the ball hit the net. Again, tell us how you felt.
Yeah, again, just pure joy, because we knew what we had to do, and that's win today. We created some chances in the first half. It was tough work, because obviously we know what they are fighting for as well, and it's a tough ground to come to. So Yeah, no, I knew at that moment it had to. It got us up in front, and we had to just keep the clean sheet.
Yeah, and after a little wait for you personally for a goal, you picked the right time, Leo.
Yeah, I take it. Obviously, it's a great time to score and get the win today. So it's another 2 games for us, and yeah, hopefully something nice is waiting for us.
Yeah, like you said a couple to go. But it was mentioned in commentary that some games just feel like they're the one. They're the one that we'll look back on and say, that was where they won it. Maybe you'd be mad to stand here and say that now, but do you know what I mean when I say that?
No, I understand, but obviously I think you have a couple of times in the season where you have those moments, and maybe today can be that moment. After the season, we will look back and we can say that this is the one who brought us there. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We have 2 games to play, and we need to win those as well.
And as we wrap this up, one last one on David, because there wasn't just a foul at 0-0 a couple of minutes before you scored. He made what will probably be looked, or may well be looked back on as save of the season because of what it meant.
No, exactly. I think he has helped us a lot already this season, and you can see his quality in goal, the amount of saves he can do, and also different types. So yeah, a lot of credit to him to keep us in the game.
A lot of credit to him, a lot of credit to you, the player of the match.
Thank you.
And the match winner. Well
Thank
done.
you very much.
Well done, mate.
Take care.
Nuno, 2 teams, one fighting for the title, one fighting for survival, and you could see no difference in quality. An outstanding performance from your team tonight, but it's being called the biggest VAR call in Premier League history. You had the equaliser, it was chalked off. Talk us through it in your opinion.
Controversial, due to the recent past of the Premier League, how it's been doing, how's been happening, corners, the blocks, the holding. So I think everybody involved in football lost a little bit of perception of what is fault or what is not a fault. That's why we are upset, because many of the situations similar had different decisions. But look, there's a referee that you respect, there's a VR that you respect, but don't quite understand.
It was an incredibly big call. Many say the right call. A lot of neutrals saying, though, if that is a foul, then you have to look at Gabriel pulling Pablo's shirt. You have to look at Rice on Mavropanos. Jared Bowen saying he wants to see fair consistency. There's been a lot of physicality and grappling, and that it's been let go for major situations for him as an attacker. Is that fair?
Yeah, exactly what I mentioned to you, and I think everybody in the game is feeling the same. It's sometimes it looks like a wrestling battle. So the concept of fault is been driven away from what we've been used to see, and this leaves the players confused, leaves the crowd not understanding the reasons behind the difference of decision. But look, it's tough. We had a game that, like you said before, I think we did a very good performance. The boys, the way they hard, the way they went for it. We had a very good chance just before. It's tough, but I think it's our obligation to once again bounce back and try to go for the last 2, expecting something to happen as long as we do our job.
A huge moment now. Tottenham face Leeds. Leeds now safe, of course, so maybe they don't face such a great opposition. But what is your message to that dressing room? I know they're down. Jared's just spoken about that himself, but can you use that anger to drive you to 2 wins?
We've been, I think one thing that this group of players have shown is character and belief and respect for each other, and we're going to do it till the end. It's our responsibility. We represent a big club, and we're going to give all to the last second of it.